first of all, I don't think there's any culture where dance is not important. Even if the reasons change, I think like so many of human expressive art forms, they exist because they support some really important social need. It's probably the first thing we did. Maybe second to singing. I don't know.
Que se baña y vuelvo con la ría, una copla que se baña y vuelvo con la ría, de una copla que se baña, una copla de llorar. Ay, Pepe mío, ven acá, que no me haga más sufrir, tampoco de llorar.
Because flamenco is a very traditional piece of pure art. Camarón de la Isla mixed the pure and traditional art with new rhythms like jazz or bossa nova in Brazil, and then he was able to make a fusion and mixed up different rhythms and musics, and I thought it was in the 20th century was one of the most revolutionary singers. It's a very powerful piece of art because it comes from the inner soul. They call it el genio. You don't have el genio, you can't really perform any of the flamenco. You can't really sing, you can really dance, you cannot really play guitarra.
Variedad de formas. Sobre sus orígenes se han formulado varias teorías. Lo más probable es que sea el resultado de una tradición musical en la que confluyeron la ibérica, andalusí y oriental, mozárabe y algunas formas de liturgias hebreas y cristianas. Sus estilos actuales comenzaron a configurarse a finales del siglo XVIII.
And as they engage in dancing, communal spirit, you shed off your problems. Your physiotherapy, as you are dancing, you actually are engaging in physiotherapy and psychotherapy. Friends are, encouraging, let's dance, let's sing. And the songs that accompany the dances also have their messages, some of which may touch on the problems that are confronting you. So dance is an art that also goes beyond just entertainment, but also used for healing. Hence they try to bring the whole community together. And the communal spirit that is enchanted as all the people come together to dance fosters unity.
How long have you been dancing for?
I've been dancing since my childhood.
Where did you learn dancing from?
From school. In the basic school, where they used to come and teach us when we have this kind of culture or Ghana week, like AU Day, something like that. They come to teach us. So from there, I just had a feeling for dancing. I love dancing. Even if I'm working right now and I hear music, I feel like standing and dancing because I love dancing. It is part of my happiness, and also it serves me as my career.
Dances of the people, apart from the historical, the geographical, for healing, is also for entertainment, for education. Because as they store this information and pass on the information. Information is, transferred from one generation to another, and then in those works, the children learn the values of the society, the virtues, the do's and the don'ts, and at the core of all that is the moral education which is used to bring up the children for a better future.
And the second one, the one you'll be seeing two African ladies wearing an African waist, dancing and saying, "Welcome to Gold Restaurant." There'll be a praise poetry because in Africa we believe when it was the king and queens, they just can't enter in anyhow. There must be someone who's introducing the queen, and there must be somebody who's introducing the kings. So that's why we do a praise poetry, so that it can introduce us that the puppet is coming, and also something that is welcoming the people to the house. They were using the drums to connect with other people in the communication, because in the older days they never had cell phones like we do in these days, so they were using drums. But for me, I love the dancing from home, because when you grow up in a home, you take a box, then you take the sticks, then you start beating the drum. So that's when you enjoy. So that's when I started to learn my dancing. But now they are taking the children out from the drugs and also out to get pregnant in the early stage, because as well you're being taught how to do some certain things. As well, it's not easy there are certain things that when you are dancing you cannot do, like drinking and smoking. You cannot combine it together with dancing, because the dancing needs the strength and you need for you to breathe, and then you must be on a healthy.
What does dance mean to religion and culture?
That's a pretty big topic. So in India, dances are much more than just entertainment, you see. There are various dance types all over India, and they connect our religion with our culture. So for example, in the Mohiniyattam, it's a very common art form in Kerala, in Kochi, my hometown. Mohiniyattam is a dance, gets its name from the word Mohini. She is a mythical enchantress who is an avatar of the god Vishnu. She is known to help good prevail over evil by deploying her feminine powers. It is portraying the story of finding the balance between good and the bad, and the struggle to achieve it. And because of that, it's not just an aesthetic art form, but it also passes on as our religious stories.
Part of the cultural highlights of visiting the country of Myanmar. Here, dance is divided into dramatic, net dances, and folk in the village. Each of these dances have their own distinct characteristics, influences, and specialities. This is a small part of what makes their dance culture so special. It retains the unique qualities that distinguish it from other regional styles, such as those in Thailand, including angular, fast-paced, and energetic movement, and an emphasis on pose, not movement. Music is an integral part of Myanmar culture. There are 5 groups of instruments: K, which are brass instruments; Taya, which belong to leather-covered drums family; Kyo is the name given to string instruments; wind instruments called lei, and finally let out, which are percussion instruments. The instruments are played on the 7-tone scale, and each tone represents an animal. The music they play with these instruments is used as a musical background for traditional dance shows. As the 3rd largest country in the world, China is multicultural and a multi-ethnic country. It is hard to say what Chinese traditional dancing is. We felt lucky enough to watch one of the traditional dance of Hui ethnic group during the voyage.
跳的那个叫水韵，是表现的是云南回族，就是他们那边也有水嘛，然后就是全国各，我们这次跳的舞就有好多是回族的，是全国各地的回族，就是咱们中国各地的回族。
所以刚刚第二个舞也是展现的是
回族，对，还有点那种傣族的感觉，因为靠近云南那边。
那你们练习这个舞蹈就是练习了多久呢？
我们就是排好了就一直在排练，每一次演出之前都得排练，反正就排我们这个舞排了多长时间？1个月左右吧。然后呢，就是一直在练习，一直在练习，每一次演出之前都要练习好长时间，排练好长时间。
那你们在练习这个舞的时候，就是因为它是跟回族文化会有关系，
对，
那会不会有很强烈的这种感受呢？在表演的时候？
对，有，因为我们是宁夏来的，宁夏。
cultures dance. Most cultures have different, what I'm calling registers of dance, for occasion, for meaning. And then you have a lot of cultures where dances become professionalized for particular purposes. Sometimes, in fact, just to keep the dancers alive.
Change